Alright, here we are again. We had to restart as the new beta came out, and that somehow corrupted my save. So we're not able to hop in the other one. This new save, we started out basically the same. We've got 3 AI opponents who are now apparently way more capable, way more aggressive, and will be attacking us. Hopefully, at least. We have clay, rich fish, rich stones. That means we're not going to have great farming, salt, and berries. Do we even have iron? I don't think we do. We have 0 iron. I think that's our curse. We're going to have 0 iron pretty much forever. So what we're going to do here, knowing that, is I know we can export fish. We can't really grow much food here, so we're pretty food poor. We could put a berry farmer over here, but it'll take them forever to go back and forth. Be kind of rough. So we'll do that when we're a little bigger. Looking down here, what's our neighbor? Rich mushrooms. And I'm guessing farming because that's the only one. However, that might be exactly what we need food, but it's very annoying to import and export from your own counties. This one has rich salt, but it's really far away from us. Not very desirable. Looking at all this stuff. Rich berries. I mean, I suppose we could take this over, get rich berries, and just export the hell out of them. But, let's see what they got. Rich mushrooms, rich fish, rich animals, rich clay. Wow, do we have no... Oh, there's the rich iron. This guy's got it. He's going to be the military powerhouse. Alright, so what's our strategy with that in mind? Let's take a look at our layout. We've got a whole bunch of trees over here. That'll be good for farming trees for a long time this year. We have a trade point here, so we'll probably put our trade right about here, which is what I was planning. Put our trader here. What do we have that we're good in? We have good stone, good fish. Unfortunately, that means our only early game food production is going to stop in the winter, right? But it's rich, so we need to stock up. Once we have a few more civilians, we need to put them on Fisherman's Hut, load up our fish as fast as possible, jam it all into our granary here, have it available for ourselves to get through winter. However, the reason I built 3 rye fields, even though they're poor, if you look at the rye fertility, rye is almost always good somewhere. We had terrible emmer, terrible flax, terrible barley, nothing we can really do here, but we're going to go with rye. We're going to, this is the best one by far, 97%, so we're going to go with a large rye field year 1. Year 2, we're going to fallow this one. Year 2, we're going to go with this rye one and this one again. Year 3, we're going to go with these 2 and let this one fallow so it gets back its fertility. We're planning on putting our people here in the middle, all of our marketplace and goods and everything up here. That way we can expand our people this way towards our terrible farmland. And then we can build farm, put our farmhouse somewhere right here in the middle. So I have a logging camp here. I've built 2 logging camps real quick. This is super early, it's May. I built 2 logging camps. This one's unmanned, so I'll pause it. This one's manned. And I have him specifically tearing apart only this part of the trees. Once we tear down this whole forest, it'll open it up for our farming area, and we won't be losing trees by uprooting trees when we build our, farmhouse and everything else. So farmhouse right now we might need to put over here and then just move. But the plan is early game, and we already went through the early game. That's why I'm trying to give you guys a speed run, and I'm trying to hurry through so you guys don't have to sit through the intro months. I'm probably gonna speed past all the way to the 1st January, or the 2nd January, I guess it would be, year 2 January, just so you guys can see what we're actually going for and how we implement these plans going forward. So again, our strengths are stone. I have not played with this part of it, rubble stone into mortar and rough stone into dress stone. We're going to emphasize those and try to export those because we're going to be importing a lot. We're going to be importing a lot of food, and we're going to be importing a lot of weapons. Otherwise, we're going to fall behind and die. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to get a rockin' economy going by jam and fill this stone mine, turn it into a rich stone mine when we need to because the deposits have run out, and then just start slamming out stone, turning it into dress stone and maybe mortar if we get rubble stone as well. I'm not sure the difference between rough and rubble stone. We'll find it though. We're going to turn it into exports, get ourselves super export heavy. Now that we're a small town, we have several choices we can make. The one I was thinking was this one, because salt and iron ore import value reduction of 30%, and it makes us a lot more money so we can afford to do things like that. The other option is minor improved efficiency of armorers mine integrity, so we never have to worry about our stone shutting down. And trade routes for iron ore and salt are free to establish. That might be helpful as well. But I really think the extra money we get here is going to be more beneficial, at least early game. This one might be good. Improve stonemason station, reduce castle planner cost, improve stone gatherers camp. I'm just not sure if that's going to translate to the deep mine. And this will kill us. So I don't really want that early. We can't use that. Nothing here we want. This would be good. Increased weapon export value, but the problem is we can't crank out a lot of weapons because these are spears, sidearms, and polearms only, which all require iron. We can't be doing that because we don't have any iron whatsoever. The efficiency would be nice, but we're not going to be able to capitalize on that. And decreased livestock efficiency, that's going to hurt because we're going to have to be leaning on chicken coops and animal pens a lot for food in this one. So I think we go with this one. We might go with this small holding. I'm just still not sure what to do with a small holding. Do you put pigs back there and just hope that they crank out way more pig meat? I'm not really sure what the conversion is. If anybody knows, let me know in the comments because I'd be happy to make an entire land built around this. I'm not really sure. But it says they treat their backyards like a permanent job, which means I have less laborers out in the field, which in my experience, that's a bad, bad, bad thing. And increased approval from food variety when we have no food variety, not a good thing. So we're going to go with this one because we know that this will give us guaranteed better money, increased regional wealth, and then salt and iron ore import. We might not be importing salt, but we'll be importing iron ore for sure. So we'll do that. There we go. We've already got a ton of burgage plots, and they're doubled up. So double, 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 double. This one, when it's finished, will be doubled as soon as I get some more timber. And we're going to crank that out. So now I'm going to speed it up. I'm going to try it. We're going to go through this. Fisherman's hut, again, cranking out fish. We are building our fields, but we're not running them just yet. We might even switch which year we do, depending on how fast we get our farm built. But we want to get our farming going as well pretty quickly. We just don't have the labor for it yet. As soon as we start getting people to import, then we're going to be good to go. All right, we'll see you in a bit. All right, we've hit December. I think it's December 1st, yep. We have built up some burgage plots. Here's our strategy. Burgage plots with 2 families just because they were cheaper to build early game. So we get them in. Build up some chickens, chicken, chicken, chicken. So we get some eggs and chicken yield for winter, hopefully helping us out. We built this one as honey. Honey. Then we built 3 large plots, if you see the large plots, for vegetable gardens. We had enough money for beetroots right off the bat. This one will be cabbages, and this one will be carrots. That way the biggest one we have is cabbages, which is high yield, and carrots. So we'll have beetroots, cabbages, carrots, cranking them out with double families on each. This logging camp is still disabled. Our fisherman's hut, we've loaded up with people to try to get the last fish before it freezes over, because once it freezes over, we have no more food input. We want to jam up as much food as we can. That's also been our primary source of income. We're over here at the trading post, trading out carp down to 80 surplus, because with 80, we'll be able to make it through the winter. That'll be 4 months of winter, making a decent living on that. So I purchased the actual trade block. I was going to get them a horse, but I didn't remember to get myself the upgraded hitching post yet. I'll upgrade that now. Hitching posts, I have a second one around here somewhere, wherever the heck it is. I'll find it. But I'm upgrading the granary and the storehouse so we can store more in winter. We got a lot of this field plowed. We got a lot of this field plowed, but not all of it. That's okay. We cranked a bunch of farmers on there at the end, and we got a whole bunch of work done. This will be plenty of food for the first year, I think. Especially with the vegetables and the chickens that we've worked through. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to whip through the first winter. We have no military other than our original 20 spearmen. I need these because, unfortunately, the bandit camp spawned down here right next to us and has been robbing us blind ever since. Just swiping and swiping and swiping, and primarily targeting food, which is annoying. I have some people on the mining pit for salt. I know what salt does, just don't know very well what it does or what building does it. I'll do some research and I'll figure that out. And I'm going to whip through here, and we're going to try to get through the winter And if we have any problems, I'll slow down the video and show you guys the issues and what our fix was for it. Looks like we're going good so far. Got a lot of food production in a land that doesn't really offer a lot of food. The berries are already gone in the winter. They were gone a month or two ago. And the fish were low as of a month or two ago. So as soon as this freezes over, we'll stop our fisherman's hut. We'll move them back over into mining the quarry or mining the pit. And then what we'll do once we have too many people for that is we'll use those excessive builders to add more buildings that we need. We're going to be building our manor as soon as we get enough stone, which it takes forever to get stone for some reason, but I think it's because we built the deep mine, the quarry, for these guys, which is a little slower. But it'll give us a non-stop rough stone and rubble stone. So we're going to be able to, next year, plan on cranking out this into dress stone and this into mortar. We're going to see what those prices are right now. Rubble stone is nothing. You don't want to sell that. Mortar is nothing. Okay, dress stone 7. That's what we want. We need to save 140 bucks to establish a trade route so we can unlock the major trade, and then we will export dressed stone, and we want a desired surplus of 0. We're just going to turn that into massive amounts of money. We have enough wood to build this. We'll put this right here so it's maximum efficiency. And then it's very close to the trade good. All right, so after winter's done, I'll come back and let you guys know how the income's going. All right, here we are, boys. It's March 1st. The game hates us. It planted another bandit camp right next to us. So again, we're the closest one. This bandit camp has been absolutely destroying us. We still only have 20 spearmen. I do not want to risk 20 spearmen against these bandits. We need to get to artisan level first. Crank up some of these houses into artisan level. Not these, because these are already done. Residential requirements still need to increase, so we need some grains, we need some fruits. So I'm going to have to build a berry harvester over here. We're going to... Some of the grains, maybe the vegetables will pop out from our original ones. Hopefully. And then we'll build a church, which we will do right now. We like our stuff being central. Actually, let's put the church right here. I like this. It's a good spot. There we go. Now, we've got our church going up. Our fields have been plowed. At least essentially now that we can turn the farm back on and get people to work it. It's being upgraded. I forget for what. But we'll take all the extra workers when we need them. We'll keep the salt at 1. Stonemason at 1. Quarry will drop by 2. A little less stone. We don't need that much. Because pretty much it's only our export value. Fisherman's hut. We have at 3. We will drop it to 2. Maybe even 1 right now. Because we really need to get that farming going. Saw pit, we have 1. I like that they made it so that only takes 1. Logging camp here is done. The woodcutter's lodge is here. Large storehouse we need to check. Marketplace, we're going to start needing another storehouse guy. Down here, I figured out what salt does. And salt helps us make sausages, which apparently don't degrade no matter what. So what we're going to do is we're going to find some way to get meat, maybe a pig or something like that. Maybe even goats. I built a small burgage plot here that houses just enough space for us to be able to make a butcher and 2 families. Turn them into a butcher shop. They will use the salt here. And then I have built a well here so that the person gets water and don't have to walk very far. And a storehouse here. And I'm going to limit this storehouse to salt only. Salt storage only. And I've turned this storehouse's salt storage completely off. So now what will happen is our guy will mine the salt here. It'll just be sitting here until this gentleman in this storehouse comes running over grabbing it. And then has it in his storehouse. That's all we care about. And then this gentleman with the burgage plot will come over. There we go. So we've got our little storehouse here with the mining pit and the salt. It'll just sit here. The butcher will have it right across the street. Go across and grab it. And he'll be able to grab meat. I'm not sure where he's going to grab meat from yet. But it won't be too long for double family to go grab meat. We'll turn it into sausage and then we'll be storing it. And then hopefully the storage will be way over here where it can supply everybody else. We have our manor being built. I have built the manor with the additional garrison spot. I forget what it's called, but it gives us an additional 12 retinue if we buy them. Remember, we have to buy them. So we need to get this dressed stone online now at the stonemason station. We have a couple. We still can't afford to export them. But we will get there. We will get there. Once we get 140, we will crank that out. We've been spending money on little things like chickens and stuff like that. So we're going to build a whole bunch of burgage plots here that are one family, one little tiny backyard. I'm going to turn these all into my artisans, besides the butcher, obviously. And we're going to get rolling. So let's see how this goes. And tracking movement of raiders. Now unassigned families needed for construction farmhouse. Yep, I know. We'll drop the quarry back down to 1. Slow the salt down. So now we have a family to build, because we don't need the salt cranking out right now. We already have 28 salt and nowhere to put it. Farmhouse has already got its people going out and building up the fields. Storehouse is finished. Good. We don't need a large amount. Still saving up for that export. Alright, this building requires maintenance. We're going to need to import. There we go. It's going to be expensive as hell for us, but we need to do it. Alright, now that the raiders are planning on coming, and we're surrounded by other bandits, we need to build a military. We're going to be botched stonemason station. What does that mean? We'll pause it for now. It needs maintenance. We'll pause it. That's fine. And now we have another builder to help build out these burgage plots. Hopefully these burgage plots get filled in by decent people early enough. We're whittling down this forest, and it's starting to look nice and clear in here. This will make our farming a lot easier, I think. At least easier on the eyes. We want to always keep our available living space up. And now that we're out of winter, we did well with 3 months of food left over. So now we're going to start farming the fishing lake again. We're going to call this Lake Money. We're still exporting a good amount of fish. And now that we're able to get them, we're going to get over here and get these berries eventually. So let's build ourselves a berry picking plot. Forager hut. Ooh, minus 39. We got a couple tools. Put our foraging hut there. This is such a good-looking game. I mean, look at this. Wow. What'd you say? Running your mouth, boy? Paulus has a problem. Okay, Paulus. Unassigned. Let me assign you to some boring work immediately. Yeah, you all know what that means. More work, less pay. Hurry up. Oh, man, we are getting destroyed. Come on, bandits. Jerk-offs. Maybe we will take our 20 spearmen and go beat them to death. I feel like we need archers, though, which means we need artisans, which... Ugh. And we can't import weapons. That's sort of a missed opportunity. You can't really import weapons unless you pay a ton of money to get them. That's kind of odd to me. We could import warbows for 40. We have to get a positive income flow going first. Nobody has church access yet, so we're not going to be able to upgrade anybody. We don't have enough for vegetables over here yet, but that's okay, because we're going to have good fish income, so to speak. We got some good fishing. So we got good fishing food coming in for a while. And these farms are going to start cranking these out. Yep, and we're going to start getting rye sheaves and have to build that. Now we've got a church. Excellent. We don't need a grave digger yet. But you bandit camps better be ready, because we're coming. Which building might require maintenance? The quarry? No. Which building? This one? Oh, yeah, I already know about this one. Don't we have tools now? Yeah, we have 2 tools, so go ahead and maintenance yourself up. Maintenance yourself up, homie. Get another farmer in here. Ooh, look at that stuff growing. 115 days left till harvest. This one's not done yet. We upgraded our stables. 2 out of 2. 1 out of 2, and the reason for that is I'm going to get my trader a horse eventually once I have some income. Now that the fish are going, we're going to have more income. Forager hut will eventually start cranking out berries for a little food variety, and that'll fulfill our foraged requirements so we can get some artisans, and that's all we need. We just need the people to move over here. This is where we've designed the houses for you dorks. Minus 13 for another tool? How dare you? We need income, not excome. No, it doesn't unlock a new development category, you liar. It says coming soon. That'd be really cool. I can't wait till all this is here. It's going to be a lot more fun. What is this? Reaper. Don't fear the Reaper. Bandits are near, oh no. Alright, start mining salt again, now that we have an extra worker. Alright, this guy's even in here. So we can turn him into our first artisan once we get... Where is this butcher? There it is. Sausages from Salt and Meats. Hopefully fish count as meat. If not, we're going to have some... First of all, that would be some nasty sausage. Fish sausage. I don't know, is that any good? Anybody ever had fish sausage? New retinue assembled. The Manor. I feel like we're going to suffer some pain. Oh my gosh, they're killing me. This one, you're going to become my first manor as soon as we get some fruit. Hurry up, Fruity. Get in there. I don't want any herbs. I want you getting some fruit. So this guy gets some fruit. It's already June. We're in the summer. Crops are growing. Possible droughts are hitting. 77 days left for 292. 76 days left for 105. I think that's going to be a lot. I have no idea. Marketplace still doing well. Yep. Storehouse is going to need another person soon, but that's okay. Plenty of chickens. We have a lot of rubble stone. We can maybe chill out on that. Oh, never mind. We're just going to be cranking that out forever. Lots of rough stone, too. Plenty of firewood. Good lord. 32 months of fuel. Plenty of planks, right? 51, yeah. Can switch over to that logging camp once we've cleared this out. Get a second forager in there. Go get those berries! Let's go! Okay. Tell me you've got berries, homie. No? How dare you? You people probably have berries. Nope, nobody has berries. Nobody likes the berries. Alright. We've all lost to the berry monster. That's very bad. Alright, it's growing. 49 days left. And then it's going to be a flurry of activity in this farmhouse. We're getting some salt. Storehouse is salt only. Wait. No. 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 Yes. No. 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 And we can take meat here too. Where's meat? No, I guess that's granary. We can wait on that. There we go. Right, you gotta get fruit, or you gotta get fruit. I don't even care if you keep it. You just need it. For a second. There we go. We got some fruit. Are they going to sell you the fruit? No, some other doofus up here is going to get it. I knew it. We need more fruit, guys. We're going to need more of that fruit. Sorry. Oh, you're killing me. These bandits are just... I'm telling you, the bandits in a really bad spot for you, this game can be the hardest game in the world to win. If the bandits are attacking the enemy, you just chill. It's kind of funny. But nobody complains about bad luck. You go and you win. That's how you play. Got it. Alright, this is going to be our first artisan that makes bows, I think. Even though he's all the way over here from the plank guy. These guys are our vegetable farmers. Another bandit camp. Let me guess where it is. Right by us? Yup. So we are now going to be assaulted by 3 bandit camps at the same time. This is going to be bad. We need to go to start destroying some of these guys. What do they have? Man. This is rough. I don't think going in with just spearmen is going to go good for us. So we need to make some archery stuff. Archery supplies. We don't have enough money to import anything. See? We keep importing tools, which is taking all of our money. Harvest season started. This is good. We don't have the stuff to build, but here we go. Now we can do it. Farming. We're going to need a windmill. I don't know if we should put this near the farms. No, probably central. Because the windmill we want good efficiency, right? Put it right by the farmhouse. Because I think they have to work the grain before it comes to the windmill. So I think they have to turn it into sheaves in here by threshing it. And then once we have it here, it has plenty of storage. Then it'll go straight to the windmill and be cranked over into flour. Once it's in flour, we can make in a communal oven wheat bread or rye bread. However, if we manage to make another burgage plot here that can make a bakery, dang it, we should make it shorter. But I kind of want it to be efficient, you know? Maybe we can do it like this. Yes, double family artisan burgage plot. Make sure they got a well over here so they get some water, and then we're good to go. Okay. We're trying to itemize these little spots. Make them good, make them efficient. I do not want to see when the bandits start ripping us off, all 3 of them. Oh! What? Field stocks are damaged by weather because we haven't claimed them yet? Oh, wow. We are fast. Go team. Construction finished. Well, okay. Super efficient. Burgage plot level 1. Let's get the other family in there. And then once they're loaded with 2 families, we'll be able, or at least 1, we'll be able to crank it up into a bakery. Oh, we can turn you into an artisan, Mr. Butcher. I don't know how well that's going to go for me, but that's okay. Put 1 guy in here to grab all this. Have they not threshed yet? Or, oh, they're harvesting before they thresh. Okay. So I need to see this process. So they're grabbing all the goods. Oh man, he's selling it way over there. Medium village. Does this mean anything? No. Okay. Come on, you got a generic storage of 250. Let's grab all the salts. Load them in. There we go. We're getting the salt loaded over. Nice. Oh, finishing a lot of stuff. Harvest season ended. We're back in October. Now it's time, September, October. Harvest plant, plowing, and sowing crops. All right, I think this one's going to be on fallow next year, right? I think so, or maybe not. What's it got still for storage? Rye sheaves. Okay. The windmill needs somebody. Got it. Takes grain, which is not sheaves. So now the farmhouse, they're coming back here with the sheaves. And I think they're going to turn it into grain, right?
Hey, don't forget to like and subscribe.